all research scholar in Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science. My name is Dr.Umesh Ghodeswar, and today we will discuss the third lecture of this review of literature. In this lecture, we will discuss some important points, that is sources of literature review. Sources of literature review. In this sources, we will discuss primary sources and secondary sources. Literature can be reviewed from two sources. First, primary, and second, secondary. Primary sources means literature sources mostly relies on primary sources. That is research reports. Listen carefully. Research reports, which are description of studies written by researchers who conducted them. A primary sources is a written by person who develop the theory or conduct the research, or is the description of an investigation written by the person who conducted it. Then most primary sources are found in a published literature. Most primary sources are found in form of published work or published literature. And there are two types of primary sources. First, electronic sources. Electronic sources means computer assist literature. That literature found in various types of websites, bibliography. This searches, however, for a variety of reasons may not provide the desired references. Electronic literature search through web may be very useful, but sometimes it can be time consuming and unpredictable. It can be time consuming and unpredictable, and consuming more and more time and more unpredictable work, or we can say bulky work. Then the common examples of primary sources include like as speeches, then letters, then diaries, then autobiographies, then interviews on tutors, or interviews on various types of news channels also, and official reports and photographs and drawing also. This is the common example of primary sources. Then second part of this primary sources is printed sources. Printed sources are also used in our literature review. Printed research summary may be located from published abstract. Then references of the other printed sources may be located through the indexes. Then secondary sources. A secondary sources is a sources that provides non-original or second-hand data or information. Secondary sources means any other agency or NGO, they publish their work and they use the primary sources and return these various types of draft and they publish for the researcher. Secondary sources are written about primary sources, and research summarized reports in textbooks, then magazines, various types of periodicals, newspaper, and they are considered in secondary sources. They typically provide global description of results with a few details on the methodological other. And secondary sources, we can classify these three types of primary sources, secondary, and also importance this territory, or third important sources, the territory sources. Primary sources we found that reports, then thesis, then mails, then conference reports, then company reports, manuscript sources also. Secondary sources means newspaper, then books, then journals, internet, and some government publish or unpublished records also. And territory sources means indexes, abstract catalogs, encyclopedia. Encyclopedia, this Marathi encyclopedia or international Wikipedia also. Then bibliographies, citation index, and search engines. Various types of search engines. Today's we are uh, using just some research gates, academia, etc. It can be very important in this our research, review research. We should point out our what is our sources of literature review. Literature review is essential to understand what has already done in the specific topic. It helps to understand the all background of the specific topic which researcher intends to the research. Methodology of research done by previous researcher and the research gaps. It is very important. We can identify the research gaps of our topic, and it's an ongoing process. It's an ongoing process from selection of research problem to the report writing. There is a specific structure for noting literature in our research paper or our research thesis. Thank you, friend. Uh, in this lecture, we covered sources of literature review. Please like this channel and share, and please subscribe the channel. Thank you.